Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to the Psychic Profiler. I am your host, zejewelz. Today we're doing the light side and the shadow side of the Capricorns. Right now, this video is for the light side. Take the energies where they resonate. Take what fits, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't apply, let it fly, and don't make it fit to your situation. If you feel inclined to donate to my channel, everything is in the description box below. So any and all support is welcome. Thank you all again for your likes, your comments, and your subscribes. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the support of this channel. It's my little baby business, but it's getting there. So I enjoy every minute of doing these and helping out the collective. So right now we're going to focus on the Capricorn who are on the light side. Heavenly Father, please bless this reading. Please provide clear and accurate answers. Archangel Michael, I call upon you for protection. Anybody sending anything negative our way, please return that to sender and give them a quick divine kick up the butt. So we got for the light side Capricorns. Light side Capricorns. Light side energy for the Capricorns. Okay, we've got calcification. First thing that pops into my mind is the calcification of the pineal gland. I would highly suggest a meditation. I think I've got one on my playlist that I can provide for you guys. And I'll put that in the description box to help you guys out. A link to that. So it's helped me decalcify my pineal gland, and it does help a lot. And you can tell you can put it on at night while you're sleeping. You can sit and meditate while listening to it. You can, but I would highly suggest being kind of in a meditative state. Even if you wanted to do it while you're doing something else, like if you're reading and stuff, have that playing in the background. It helps decalcify your pineal gland. There's also a lot of frequencies out there that would really help with honing your spiritual abilities and meditation, aligning your chakras. There's ones for dreams, a lot of healing frequencies. So I'll put the one that I personally use in the description box, so you guys can check it out and maybe apply it and listen to it, and it'll help you open up and decalcify your pineal gland. Also staying away from dairy, because that will that actually helps with calcifying your pineal gland. So limit the amount of dairy, drink a lot of water. Calcification, this card tends to it means heat, fire, and desire. Calcinatio is the great alchemical operation of fire. It occurs when there is enough heat in the vessel to transform the nature of that which is solid or fixed. How does calcinatio begin? With a tiny glimmer, an urge, a desire that builds into a robust flame. On a psychic level, this stage may be an uprising of emotion that has been repressed or dismissed. It wants something big to change, to be brought to the light and purified, perhaps a flawed ideology, institution, or outlook. Frustration and anger are wondrous change makers if the heat is channeled with space, time, and awareness. The transformation that occurs from calcinatio is rarely harmonious. It requires commitment and a willingness to sit through discomfort as old patterns fall into the ashes. The flame initiates sacred change, and eventually the phoenix rises. So let's see here. Fire has been used in rituals across all cultures, religions, and eras. Honor the element of fire today in a literal or metaphorical way. Have a bonfire. Start a bonfire. It's summertime. It's nice out. Have a nice night with a bonfire. And honestly, you can probably sit there and write yourself a letter. You can write someone a forgiveness letter. You can do that any time of the month, not just on the full moons or anything like that. But sometimes even writing yourself a forgiveness letter is necessary, especially in the heat of the moment, because it sounds like some fiery passions are about. There's a lot of energy in this card, in the situation as well with the birds flying. Something is happening, rather, or it's in the process of happening. Let's see here. Let me see. Artification, sublimation, coagulation, dissolution, calcification, heat, fire, desire. So you have a desire for something or someone. You want to transform a situation. When you start, when you light a match, you can, it starts off as a tiny flame, but it can turn into a raging fire. Like, think of that bonfire imagery right there. How do you start it? You use tinder. Use tinder and perhaps some crumpled up paper, and you strike a match, and you light that, and it slowly consumes all the tinder, and eventually starts taking hold of the more solid, the larger pieces. Now, it's very just get disconcerting energy, disconcerting, and here it starts at the bottom. Look at that. There's a tiny flicker of a flame right there at the bottom. But there's a desire within you, but you got to strike the match first. You got to initially light that fire, but don't get too destructive with it. Don't let it overtake you and consume you. All right, let's see here. What else we got for Capricorn? We have synchronicity. So you might be seeing synchronicities. You could be seeing numbers. You could be seeing, it's a unus mundus, synchronicity. Let's see what synchronicity is. Synchronicity is source, destiny, the miraculous message. The unus mundus is the presiding deity of alchemy. It arrives to remind us that we are not alone in our queries or our journey. What are we here to do? What pulls us forward? Unanswerable questions are timeless fuel for the flames of transformation. Mystics before us have uttered the same questions while tinkering in their laboratory. Do not underestimate the brave act of your attention to the details of your daily life, to the ecology of the world. What you notice matters. You matter. When this card arrives, sacred messages abound. Everything is a living symbol, a synchronicity. Its guidance is sent directly from the alchemists who have come before you to encourage you along the way. See the deeper meaning of what is on the front of you. It is, in this very moment, the new eye opens. The new eye is the third eye, pineal gland. Do the decalcification pineal gland meditation. I'm going to put that link down below for you so you can check it out. Something you cannot yet see is taking shape. It will soon emerge to support you. Trust, breathe, and the miracle awaits. Synchronicity is the way the world of mysteries claims our attention. Something is sure to stick out to you today. A word, an image, lyrics, a memory, take note. So anything that like a song pops in your mind, and just suddenly starts playing, or somebody says something that reminds you of the song, go listen to the song because it might have some spiritual meaning behind it. A lot of spirituality stems from synchronicities in music. It can be numbers, it could be symbols, it could be even going out in the outside. You can, if you see like a blue jay, or if you see a robin, or if you see a butterfly that has symbology, that has a meaning to it, and I'd advise you to go on online and look it up. There's a numerology book you can get off Amazon, or you can look up the angel numbers. If you look at the clock and a particular time shows up, I would advise you to look it up and see what the meaning behind it is. The angel numbers say a lot, and the angels speak to us through numbers. And the messages they provide for us helps us on our journey, our spiritual journey. And even, if you see an animal out in the woods, or on your walk, or let's say you're walking, you're living in a town, and a deer crosses your path from the woods or something like that, that has significance There was one time I looked out my window and I saw a fox, and I thought that was cool, but I never thought of the spiritual meaning behind it. And now that I look back, it makes me wonder what the universe was trying to tell me during those times. And speaking to me through images, through it could be images, it could be something that somebody says. It's, you got to pay, the more you pay attention to the synchronicities, they the more to the forefront they will be for you to notice. You just have to open your eyes and your third eye in order to notice these things and really educate yourself on it. Even synchronicities in dreams matter. Sometimes you can, you dream about something, and sometimes during your waking hours, those things happen, or something alludes to them. Like, I'll have a dream sometimes, and I'll remember bits and pieces of it when I wake up, but not the whole thing, or I'll completely forget it. And then something will happen during the day where it triggers that memory of that dream, and it brings it to the forefront of my mind. I'm like, oh, interesting. So let's break out the tarot on this. So what do we got for the light side Capricorns? You've closed a cycle and you're clearing space, making clearance, or clearing a path for yourself after this cycle you just went through. We got for the light side Capricorns. Light side Capricorns. There's been an ending to a situation. It's ending the journey card at the bottom of the deck. It's Scorpio energy. There's a Queen of Arrows, Swan. That's a Queen of Wands in the Rider-Waite deck. Swans tend to represent twin flame connections. So you could be contending with a twin flame journey. Queen of Arrows is let's see here. Queen of Arrows, direct and outspoken. She can figure out what's going on quickly. Intelligence and independence bring the ability to overcome events and carry on despite stress. The Queen of Arrows doesn't bear fools gladly. They assess things astutely. They rational explanation or scientific view. They go to the heart of things. And truth needs to be spoken to avoid misunderstanding, setting the ground rules clearly. Finding freedom in the midst of restraint. Purity, change, song, freedom from after strife. So there's a fire that burns within you. You got to pay attention to the synchronicities, and either you're dealing with a Queen of Arrows in the upright, someone who's warm, kind, looks at things rationally, someone who uses their rationality to explain situations, very, elegant energy. So you look at the swan is very incredibly elegant creature. So you're dealing with somebody who's very elegant, very educated, very smart, clever. Let's see here. We've got the Knight of Vessels. I'm going to have to break up I don't know where my pendulum is. We got the Green Woman, and then we've got the Knight of Vessels. And these got thrown up upside down. So you're probably dealing with a Knight of Vessels in the reverse, but I read the Major Arcana in the upright, the Green Woman. The Green Woman is, I believe, the Empress in this deck. The Green Woman. No, it's the High Priestess. So using your intuition, it's someone, or this Queen of Arrows could be a High Priestess that you're contending with, or that you're interested in. You want to spark that desire with her. You want to to love on her. Or perhaps you're embodying this energy right now. You could be in your, channeling your water energy. It's a time of rich nurturing and protection, of learning and initiation, when loving and fertile relationships, both human and universal, abound. The Green Woman meditates the sacred sovereignty of the earth's soul and can show the path to understanding and communion with nature. With every blessing comes with responsibility. Learn from the abundant and joyous spirit of the earth and be at one with the world and your true self. So this is urging you to meditate and go, not so much go within. Perhaps that's something that you need to do, meditate, because you got the calcification here. Meditate, focus on the synchronicities, and perhaps meditate on them to figure out their meaning. If you are trying to figure out how the synchronicities add up in a situation, look them up, and if you're still confused, then sit and meditate on them for a while. And then we've got the Knight of Vessels. Now the Knight of Vessels in the reverse is plumbs to the depths of his own fantasies, addictive personality. Someone who cheats on somebody, exploiting an emotional situation, fantasy, a conquest, seduction. Could be seduction in a negative way. Perhaps maybe you want to seduce this this Queen of Arrows. You've got this burning desire within you. You want to strike that match and have it overcome you, or maybe this match was already struck, and you are overcome by this love for this or this desire for this Queen of Arrows. But with every blessing comes with a responsibility, and you got to use your intuition and really consider the synchronicities and what it's telling you. Sometimes even paying attention to the ringing in your ears can be a synchronicity. And pay attention to that too a lot. Right ear, if it's ringing, means that you're going the right way. If your left ear starts ringing, you're gonna blow it. You're going down the wrong. You might want to stop and reconsider where where you're going. Sorry, I need to fix my camera. So you got a lot of passion for this Queen of Arrows. But you really got to focus, and yeah, you got you want to share a cup with this woman, this Queen of Arrows. Two of Vessels, you're attracted to him. She does it for you, apparently. And you want to celebrate with her. And but you gotta, don't let it overcome you to the point where you lose sight of the love and think more of the passion. Because, I mean, if it's one thing to have passion for somebody, and, some people mistake lust for love a lot, especially if people aren't, too familiar with love or being in love. Because love isn't always just the physical arousal or the butterflies or anything like that. It's actually imagining yourself growing old and doing the mundane things with another person. There was a, pardon me, there's a meme I saw, right? It was a long-term relationship Barbie. Okay, it was freaking hilarious. All right, so you've got Ken. Was like, they had the little toy set up and stuff. It was in a bathroom, and Ken is sitting there looking in the mirror, brushing his teeth, and Barbie's sitting there on the toilet going like this with her legs wide open. It's like those scenarios, It's not just about, getting it on or anything like that. It's, those mundane things, doing the dishes, taking out the garbage, scooping the cat litter box, scooping the dog shit out in the yard, mowing the lawn, making dinner, all those mundane tasks that in moments that a lot of people they don't think of those things when they imagine somebody, when they're fantasizing and desiring somebody. They think of the the happy times, the movies, the dates, the intimate moments, the jokes, the play, the fun, and they completely dismiss the idea in concerning themselves with the mundane, the routines, the get home from work and tired and exhausted, to kick off the shoes, sit in your recliner, uh, or the kids and stuff screaming through the house. It has a love encompasses all those beautiful moments. And honestly, if you're really truly in love with somebody, you'll bring love into those moments. And sometimes, you can't bring love into those moments because, well, you're really gonna love, taking out the trash or scooping up the shit. I don't think so. It's not exactly a delightful experience, but it's, it's the type of thing that people don't consider. It's when they think of love, they think of the physical arousal of it instead of the lifelong journey of it, of learning, of growing and being together. So let's see here. Let's get one more card to close this out for Capricorn. Ha! I'm getting this like for the past 3 reads. Forceful rest. Time to take a break. You need to sit back, relax, take a rest, take a breather. And tradition, that's been coming up too. Meditate. It's a 9 of stones. It's like you're wealthy within yourself, within your soul, and you've got to feed your soul, and you can't keep going gung-ho on wherever it is you're going. You got to, take steps back. You've got to, slowly feed that fire. Don't pour all your kindling on it and just, take a blowtorch or a flamethrower to it and just whoomph. You know, you got to nurture that flame and tend to it while it grows, instead, because the hotter the fire, the faster the burn and the quicker it goes out. If you want a fire to last, you slowly add kindling, slowly add logs to that fire. Because if you take all of your logs and all of your kindling and throw it in the burn pit, boom, it's 2200 just there on the clock. It's everything goes whoomph. It's gone, and then you're spending more money on trying to replace what you could have tended and made it last longer. That's what you really need. You want something, a relationship that will last longer. And it was 22:22 on the clock when I said that. You want something that'll last a long time, something that will stand up through time. And the only way to do that is to take the time to nurture those flames. And pay attention to the synchronicities that you find, because that'll help lead you into the right direction. So this is your reading, Capricorn. Thank you for being here with me and watching this video, taking the time to do so. I very much appreciate it. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Yeah, and I'm doing the karmic Capricorn reading next, then I'm going to call it a night. So I might do a longer read. I'm not sure. It's pretty late. So anyways, thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. And it was a pleasure doing it for you. Thank you very much. Have a good night. I'll see you next time.